Hey, my name is Brent here on Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Today we're checking out the 2 to 6 player game in which you will be playing as a pirate captain hoping to become the winner and the king of the Caribbean. We're looking at the pirate racing game Jamaica. Cue the thunder. So the radar overview for Jamaica looks something like this. Before I tell you how this game is played and give you a quick overview, let me show you the amazing components. This game came out in 2007, and I would say even by today's standards, 2021, the production quality and just artwork and everything in this game is like a 100%. It's like a 10 out of 10. It's unbelievable. Everything from the rule book that looks like just gold, a pile of gold, to the biographies of all the different players, historical accounts of all these real life pirates. You got that. You have this amazing insert. Everything fits in these little slots. It sits beside the board and it holds all the tokens. The pirate ships, the little miniatures on this, they look absolutely amazing. The design on the board, fantastic. And yeah, like I said, each player is a pirate and they have just amazing artwork on all these cards. Even the font for each of the 6 players is different. So overall production, absolutely fantastic. How does the game play? Let's dive in. To start, you set the board up like this. You put all these little tokens on each of these pirate layers. You shuffle all of these treasure cards, which are everything from special ability, letting you hold more cards, to +7, -2, different special abilities. You got some good stuff and some bad stuff in there. You put that there. Everybody takes one of their decks of cards. They're all the same. And you're ready to go. You appoint a pirate captain, and that person will start the round by rolling these dice. Okay? Everybody has 3 cards, and simultaneously everybody will pick a card to play, with the pirate captain putting them on the morning and evening action. So they could either do 6 in the morning, 2 in the evening, or 2 in the morning and 6 in the evening. Let's just keep it there for now. Everybody would then look at their cards and they would decide to play one. And they would simultaneously say and show their cards. And then starting with the pirate captain, that person would resolve their card and move around the table. Okay, so how does this work? Anything on the left would be the morning action. Everything on the right would be the evening action. So if the pirate captain decided to play this card, they would play it, and then they would move 2 first. I'm red here. 1, 2. Anytime you land on a spot on the board that has these little squares on, that is showing you how many food rations you must pay to stay there. So in this case, 3. You start the game with 3, and I would pay. And then I would resolve my evening action, moving 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're at a fork in the road here. 4, you can go either 5, 6, or you could go 5, 6. Let's just say I want to come around here because I want to get one of these pirate layers. So I go 1, 2. Well, that not good because I just spent my 3 food rations. I don't have any more. I would then have to pay what I could, which is 0, and then I have to move back until I make it to a space in which I can pay the requirements. I move back here again. I don't have any food rations, so then I would not pay. Move back here. I need to pay 5 doubloons. I only have 3. I pay the 3. I keep moving back. Once again, I have to pay 3 doubloons. I don't have them. There you go. I made it to a pirate's lair. I did a little piratey thing, and sometimes it helps, going too far only to go back to making it onto one of these spots that gives you one of these treasures. Anytime you land on a pirate lair and the token is still there, you take this token and you take the top card. Like I said, some of these are really good, some of them are not so good. This will be really good. It will be an extra hold. Considering you only have 5, you get 1 more and you can hold more things. That's fantastic. So then it would be the next player's turn. Let's just say this yellow player landed on the same spot in which the red player is. At that point, they would be battling. That's where this gunpowder comes into play. Whichever player is entering this spot, so in this case, the yellow will be entering the spot that the red player is on, they would be the attacker. So imagine with me, the yellow had 6 of these gunpowder. They would throw those back in, and they would roll this die. And they'd roll a 2. Be very unfortunate. 2 plus 6 is a combat power of 8. It would be the red player's turn. They have nothing of gunpowder to offer, so then they would just roll this die, and they rolled a 4. They could have won, obviously, on an 8 or 10. Anytime someone rolls this, automatic win. The defender cannot defend that unless they have one of these special cards that looks like this, which would allow you to make the person re-roll. Okay, so the winning pirate would then steal from the other player. So what you can do is you can either steal a special ability card that they would have in front of them. They could also steal, and if you'd steal this and it has money on it, you steal everything. They could steal all the money or all the rations or anything in a single hold and put it into their own. They could also then steal one of these. So if this player had a few of these on the side, they could just randomly steal one of them and they would take it. That would be a pretty good adventure and a pretty good turn. The other thing they could do is say that the yellow player won. They could then, quote unquote, gift this nice treasure card to the red player. And of course, it would be a cursed treasure, minus 3 points at the end of the game. Turns continue going around until someone makes it to Port Royal. Goes around the whole board, with each round the pirate captain being the person to the left of the player who was previously pirate captain. They roll in the dice, picking the evening and the morning and the evening action. Continually going around the board. First player to hit Port Royal ends the game. You finish out that round, and then you go into end game scoring. Depending on where you are on this track at the end of the game will be how many points you get. So if you finish the race, you get 15. And then depending on where you're at, you get a certain amount of points. So the yellow player will get 4, 8 for the red. And then the blue player didn't even make it past this line. I like to call this the next, try again next time. minus 5. So you can actually have minus points in this game if you don't make it past this, and you end up with a couple cursed treasures. And so yes, that is Jamaica in a nutshell. Time to look at the final forecast. So that right there is Jamaica. As you can see in the overview, the quality of the game is unbelievable. The production of this game is seriously that good. Back in 2007, this game was published, and even by standards of 2021, where gaming and components are really that much better than they were, almost 15 years ago, this one is still that good. The artwork of all the pirates and their backstories and that map, and then you have, the little touch of all the cards. I didn't show this in the overview, but all the cards of each player, if you put them side by side, it makes one giant panoramic picture. The miniatures, just everything, the insert, just top-notch components for Jamaica, even almost 15 years later. Just because it has top-notch components doesn't make it that good of a game, and the answer is yes. This game is an absolute hoot to play. I played this with my kids. I played this with my game group. I played with my wife. She's not as big of a fan of this game as I am, but this game is just all around an amazing game. It's just wild. When you have those 6-player counts, it just turns into a crazy wild time. This person stealing from this person, battling this person, and you see some of these the good treasures kind of moving around the table, and you see for sure the cursed treasures moving around the table. So just overall, just an amazing design. I love the special ability cards where some of the treasures have the extra hold. That's pretty good. But as soon as you get that, you kind of don't want to fill that up until the end, because someone's going to steal it, and then they'll steal everything that's in it. So that's a great card. I love, the one that lets you hold an extra card. It gives you more options. So another option, another card to look at instead of just the 3. You have that 4th one, so you have a little bit more information than the rest of the players. Just overall, just a fantastic design. I think this game is just as good today as it was when it was released. And so if you're looking for a family weight game, check out Jamaica. It's a light racing game. With that higher player count, it does get crazy. So you maybe don't have as much control. So if that's kind of an issue for you in gaming, maybe stay away from it. But for the 40 to 60 minutes playtime and just the laughter that's had and just the fun and excitement, this game is great. I've played games in which, actually one of my most recent games, I think I had 2 points at the end. I didn't even have a chance, but it was just so fun because you start moving, and then some of the cards you have are just terrible, and you play a card, if you don't kind of think the repercussions, you play a card and then you move forward, and then all of a sudden sometimes you're moving 5 or 6 spaces back, and you end up so far behind. I've seen players end with minus points, and it's just all lighthearted fun. So Jamaica, even after all these years, it truly is that good of a game. If you haven't played it, or if you haven't checked it out, hunt down a copy of this game, because it is really that good light racing game. A little chaotic, but that's just part of the whole piratey feel and just the craziness at seas that were back in the day. So looking at it on the scale probability of Meeples, this is like an 85%. It really is that good. With the higher player counts, it does get a little crazy. So like I said, be mindful of that. Even the 2 player count, the variant, isn't my favorite way to play. The more players, the better. It's just that good. So 85% at Chance of Meeples for Jamaica. Check us out on Facebook, Cloudy with the Chance of Meeples. My name is Brent. Remember, grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.